Yu-chan better watch out. Mitsuki, her older sister, looks to be gunning for Haruka. Now, I don't know if anyone else saw that, but it looks like we might be in a start of a love triangle. I highly doubt it will develop completely into that, but finding out that Mitsuki actually has some form of, I guess, growing connections with our main female character Haruka is something I did not expect this episode. There was some really adorable, cute moments this episode. The plot progression wasn't really that good, but that's, of course, in Sakura Trick. But the character development was awesome. The entire comedy aspects, especially one of my favorite scenes in this episode, was the freaking, oh man, when Haruka comes in back from ice cream, and you see Yu just sitting on Kotone's lap, and she's like, come over here, Kochi. I was like, oh man, that was so freaking adorable when she was doing that. And then you got Yu just smiling all that, like, oh, and it's like, it's just, you know, those moments in Sakura Trick really make me freaking happy. Those are moments I like in this series. And it's not supposed to, I guess, be straight out for comedy purposes. It's more of a romantic type comedy that you normally don't get to see. And I like that so much. The way they handle these situations really gives something fresh to comedy. And I like seeing this so much. I mean, it's not your standard jealousy type stuff, but it's more like a, I guess, like I said, a refreshing, heart-touching moment. And also, I'm going to let you know right now, they really should, instead of calling this Sakura Trick, they might as well call this Sakura Kiss. Because, I mean, there's probably been over a good 20 to 25 kisses by now in episode 4 alone in Sakura Trick. I mean, we're seeing a kiss scene almost like 3 or 4 times an episode, which is fine with me. I have no problem. At least we know the main 2 female characters really love each other. We don't have crappy things where they are trying to decide who they are in love with, and we don't have to take a guess at it. We got clear cut out romance relationship. We know who's going to be together, which is fine. And I've been noticing for the past couple episodes that they've been like dividing the episode up in little episodic type episodes. For instance, like there's different scenes. If anyone has watched Chronicles of the Going Home Club, it aired about 2 seasons ago, pretty much. Last season, I think summer season, and it had a really nice good feel to it. It was a mainly straight out comedy gag, but it had episodic type stuff. Well, that's kind of what Sakura Trick is feeling to me, but they're still managing to reference back to previous episodes. They're still referencing back, which is awesome. Now, let's talk about Mitsuki, the actual student council president that we seem to see falling in love with Haruka. And also, we come to the conclusion in this episode that she talks about Yu and Haruka's relationship when she saw them walk in and saw them both kissing. Which, at first, when I first saw last episode, a lot of people brought up the fact is, why was she not talking about that, or why did she not say nothing? What was the entire logic, or the backstory to that entire scene? What was going on? Well, in this episode, right at the start, we get to see Mitsuki actually came to her decision and pretty much stated that, you know, she kind of disapproves of Haruka and Yu's relationship. So she gets Yuzu to actually follow Haruka around, write down everything in a notebook to make sure what she is doing or if they have that type of relationship. Which makes this episode really freaking funny. It really is funny, especially when you see like freaking hair antennas. That's adorable. There's one thing in anime that gets me. One thing in particular that makes me do kawaii. You're like, oh, is the freaking either chibis, hair antennas, or moe kawaii adorable faces. And this freaking series has almost everything like that. There's not a lot of chibis, which is sad, but still, I love this episode, and this series is going in the right track. It really is. There's not much more I can really see that's going on besides actually adding a plot. That's the only thing I can see that can really improve this series. So, right now they got the characters down pat. They're doing a great job. The voice actors are doing a great job of voicing all the characters and expressing different motives and different things they want to talk about in these different classroom situations. So, once again, good job there. The music also gives us that heart-touching feel, especially like the kissing scenes. And man, those scenes, I swear, are getting downright freaking erotic type looking. I mean, that is messed up. And they also using weird camera angles once again in this episode with trying to get upskirt shots of Haruka. I mean, I don't know why they're trying to do that. I know they're trying to get some form of fan service in this series, but at the very least, they're not going straight out fan service. If there's any fan service in this series, I'm going to have to say it most likely is because of the kisses. It's nothing else. You know, to be a guy, I cannot believe I actually, you know, love this anime as much as I do. I'm really freaking shocked. I love Sakura Trick so much. And it's one of those series I really look forward to each freaking week to actually watch. And, you know, once again, great episode. Hopefully they keep it up. Anyways, guys, it's going to be the end of my anime review on Sakura Trick this week. Tell me what you think about this episode. Tell me what you think about it in the whole. And what do you think about this entire development of Mitsuki's actual personality of starting to love Haruka. Everybody, be safe. Chibi out.